you're going to sleep soundly. You're going to sleep so good because you wrestled every demon. You put them underfoot. Your boot is on their neck. Nobody can say you didn't do what you planned to do. Nobody can tell you that you had all the wrong plan in motion and you didn't execute. That's an easy way to fall asleep comfortably. You won't worry about yesterday's candle not being good enough. You didn't do enough. And because of that, you're going to feel like a failure. You're going to feel like you missed things. You feel like you didn't do enough. I'm not that impressive to people going on to social media and looking at me. If I reply to someone, they're going to ask me, what did you do? What am I going to be able to say? You say nothing to them. You don't pay their bills. You don't feed them. They don't do that for you. Their opinion doesn't matter. It does not matter. So many of you today, all of you, live by the moment to have approval from people that you don't care about and they don't care about you. But you're so uncomfortable because you're unorganized. If you make your day structured where your focus and attention is not allowed, it's not allowed to be diverted with nobodies. You're not giving opportunity, invitation to people that are broke, morally and financially broke, and you're allowing these people to speak to you, to speak into your existence and your time and steal from you. They're not robbing you. You're passing by willingly. You walk down that alley. They didn't even ask you for your wallet. You say, you know what you want? You look like you want all my stuff. Here, take it all. Take everything. You want my shoes? You want my wallet? Here's my ATM card. Here's my PIN number. Go to the bank. Enjoy yourself. Here's the keys to my ride. Enjoy yourself. That's what social media does. And you don't recognize it. But you let it discourage you. You let it depress you and steal from you and divert your attention from the things that you can do, from the things that you can accomplish that betters you. And that is not selfishness. That is not selfishness. It is absolutely dialed in, focus, principle living. You're saying, no, you will not have my time. No, you will not have my attention. You bring nothing to me. You don't build me up. I am not going to give you any more. And you simply turn them off. And you divert your attention to what do you have to do right now to make tomorrow better than you are today? It's simple. See, everybody else that doesn't think like this, they look at yesterday, they look at that with regrets. Yesterday's full of regrets. I saw a student, I woke up this morning around 3 o'clock and I was going through the feed. And I saw a student say, I wish I wouldn't have taken that trade. I regret this. Never say that. Never say that. I'm glad I learned this from that experience. You lost on a trade that you took and you weren't being forced into it by impulsiveness. Look for the opportunity for you to be improving yourself. Never speak regret. That's another friend that will hurt you, that'll stab you in the back. That is not an ally in your vocabulary. You need to remove it when you're talking about your actions or your trading. To a retail trader, to someone that's unorganized, to someone that has no principle, no direction, yesterday is always regret. For someone that's organized, yesterday is intel and trade plans and key levels to be expecting to be used. See the difference? See the contrast? One's empowering, the other one demoralizing. It invites defeat. Today's candle in retail is confusion. They have no idea what's going on in the right end of that chart. That's the abyss. That is the dark closet where they know monsters live, like you and me. We devour them because they're stupid, willingly stupid. All this information is out there for free, but they choose not to do anything with it. but they'll make jokes about it while they're still going to work or in unemployment lines. Make that make sense. But today, for an informed person, you have a plan of action. We know what we're doing, when we're going to do it, how we're going to do it, what we're looking for. Retail has no idea they're going to react. Well, if it breaks out, if it does something and starts running, then I'll chase after it. That's not informed money. That's herd mentality. That's casino mentality. That's lottery winning. That's cryptomania. Do this a lot, and then I'll think it's important. I'll chase after it and waste my money. To informed money, tomorrow is new opportunities. But for retail and people that are unorganized, tomorrow is unknown. And fear and greed grips them. Not you. Not you. Because you know when you're making time to do the things that you've made a plan of action for. I know what yesterday's daily high and low is. I can trade inside that range. I don't need it to do anything outside of the high of yesterday or below the low of yesterday. I don't need that. And I can carve out a bread-winning system to feed my family. You ever think about it like that? And say, I got to make a lot of money so I can buy a car and fit in with the clique. Everybody's showing cars. If I don't put out a picture of me buying a car or going in debt with a depreciating asset, then I'm not going to be looked upon as someone that's profitable. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of people on Instagram that have lots of lease payments. They have lots of the things that they can't do financially to pay for unless they sell mentorships or they get the revenue from the things that they're doing. And I am not dumping on them. That is not the point of what I'm about to say. I'm saying that you're being trapped by the illusion. What's more important? You wasting hours chasing after what everybody else is doing on social media, thinking it's encouraging you, when it's really not. Because you want to be them. That means you're coveting their things. That's why I never show you my stuff. Because it doesn't matter. You're never going to drive my car. There's nobody ever drove my car. Ever. None of my boys have ever drove my cars. My wife has never drove my cars. Period. They're not going to help you. They're not going to help you make better decisions in your trades. They're not going to help you find the right fair value gap. They're not going to help you determine which fair value gap is going to become an inversion fair value gap before it even gets there. They would distract you. What I spend a week, where I eat, what I do, none of that's your business. Just like none of what you do is anybody else's business. How much you make is nobody else's business. You make $5 million in 16 weeks. You go out and show everybody. There are going to still be people, I would have expected you to have made more money than that. And this is somebody working at Dunkin' Donuts. And you're taking their opinion and you're carrying it with you all the way to bed. And it's in your head, swirling around, stealing productivity, stealing contentment. You need to focus on yourself. Master fear and greed. It's an easy thing, but you have to plan by pruning the things that steal from you. Your attention, your focus, they weigh you down. How many times a day do you think about things that have not lifted you up, made you excited about what you're doing? Contrast that with how many things you thought about that was depressing, focusing on drama. This person's getting this done to them. This person's talking about that one. This one can't do this. This one can do this better than that one. How does that have anything to do with your bottom line? How does that have anything to do with your productivity, except for making it less productive? How much is your time worth? I mean, really, what are you saying about your personal time? It's so cheap, inexpensive that you can just throw it around to all these nobodies. letting other people dictate and grade your productivity, where you are at, your progress, your prowess as a trader. These people don't matter. I don't matter. Once you learn how to do this, I don't want you to come back to my content. That's the whole point of how I teach. I don't tether you to me. I raise you up, teach you how to fly, and then I kick you in the rear end, boot you out the nest, and goodbye. Fly. You're not on an everyday payment system with me. You come here, you listen to me. If you get something of value, God bless you. Good. Hope it serves you well. That's all you're here for. Nothing extra. What can you take away to get your plan of action moving along more efficiently? How can I avoid making the same mistakes that ICT has made? That's why I talk to you in long-winded portions of the video, because you can't see the danger and the hazard just around the bend that you haven't got to yet. But I've been there multiple times. I have coping skills and procedures and protocols to avoid wrecking. You don't, because you've never been there before. But you want to say, you talk too much, bro. If I see that stuff, you're being blocked because you're literally a waste of my time. I don't even want to look at your message. Just the fact that I spent a second looking at your nonsense is a waste of my time. Look around, folks. Look around. Is it expensive enough yet for you? I'm rich, and I hate how much things cost now. It sucks. And every time I go to the store, I think about all of you that are coming up in this. You haven't made it yet. If you learn to do it well right now, you're going to be so much more better than you ever imagined, because you're wrestling with things that everybody is wrestling with too, making ends meet. Everybody's upset. Division everywhere. The, the procedure and the solution to that is cut it all out. Cut it all out. Focus on you and your family. Focus on development and leave it to that. You got to go ghost mode. Cut everything out. You're not on social media to talk to nobody. And there it is. That's it. We're done.